Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of our teaching workshop. So thank you so much for becoming an EFA volunteer and watching this video to become a better teacher. So I'm Gloria. I'm one of the heads of the curriculum team.
I'm Harvey. I am also one of the heads of the curriculum team.
And I'm Hannah. I'm also a head of the curriculum team.
So today we'll just be going over some basics in teaching a lesson. So Harvey's going to start us off.
All right, so first, let's talk about the basic lesson structures of an EFA lesson. An EFA lesson usually contains three main parts. The first of those is vocabulary. And obviously, vocabulary is an essential part in any language learning. And we teach a lot of vocab, both from the students' own English books and words we find interesting or are important for them. So with vocab, we first go over pronunciations with students, and we try to get their pronunciations as good as possible. And if there are hard words, then we can make them repeat them. So as you can see here, if say we're teaching vegetable is a very long word. And students might not get it the first time, and it's okay. Just ask them to repeat the word with you. And if they still don't get it, then you can try to split the word up into smaller segments. So for example, with vegetable, you can talk about the first syllable being veg and then tables. So that can help students very much. And then we want to go over the meaning and maybe the etymology of the word. So what the word is made up of. And this etymology can also help students remember the word better. So for example, if we're teaching the word snowman, we can split it up into snow and man. Tell the students that snow means 雪 and man is 人. Therefore, snowman is 雪人. You can also tell little stories or anecdotes about the words that are interesting or fascinating to help to bring some more fun into the lesson, which we will talk about in a later video, and also help the students remember the words as well. Another big part of an EFA lesson is grammar. With grammar, there are really a lot of things, and the grammar really varies from lesson to lesson, and grammar is all different. So just make sure you explain the rules and the things they need to know thoroughly and well, and quiz them. Ask some questions on it and quiz them later in the lesson to make sure they know it. And then we're going to go over that later as well. The last part is just ask a lot of questions. In our lesson plans, we have a ton of activities and games, such as this filling the blank activity or this matching game. With these games, just try to be lively and try to engage the students as much as possible. Regarding which questions to ask and what kind of interactions you should have with students, we're going to cover that in a later video as well. The preparation for a lesson starts 20 or 30 minutes before. The executive you're going to be teaching with or the executive who's managing the lesson will send you the code about a day before the lesson. And if you don't get a code, just give the big EFA volunteer group chat a call or send a message, and people are going to answer. So you make sure to get on the lesson 20 to 30 minutes prior to it starting, just to get ready. And then after the lesson, there's usually a 5 to 10 minutes reflection period, and also to fill out lesson logs to see what you can improve on and what you did well. The lesson logs are meant as a way to track what we did in the lesson, in a certain lesson, so that people in the future and the people who teach the next lesson will know where to start off on and what to review with students. Next.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Just going off of what Harvey was saying, just so you guys have a reference point, lesson logs and all curriculum material can be found on the website under the tab Volunteers. Moving on to the next segment, we're going to talk about how to be a good teacher. And there are really 3 simple things that you have to do and that you have to get down, and they're very, very simple. The number 1 is to always be prepared. So that might mean in your prep time, going through the slides and finding out all the Chinese characters that you might not know or recognize, so you know how to say them during the lessons. That might be brainstorming ideas and games that you could possibly play that aren't included in the lessons, because we do encourage you to be as creative as possible. And then the second thing is to always be encouraging. So smiling is really, really important. We don't want volunteers to sit there and to not smile and to not have fun. So always make sure to smile and to compliment the students when they're doing well. So don't forget to say good job. Don't forget to say like, wow, you did really, really good. Like, great for you. So always be very warm with the students, because it will definitely change the dynamic. Our best volunteers are the ones that smile the most. The third thing is to be confident. I know a lot of you guys might be new, but an easy way to come off as being really confident is to be loud. I mean, don't shout, but definitely be assertive when you're talking. Also, maybe having good lighting and being closer to the camera can also help. But the main thing is just be audible so that the students can hear you and so that they're paying attention. So just to review, 3 things to remember: be prepared, smile, and talk loudly.
Okay, so as Hannah mentioned, you guys should try to be confident, but I know that being a new teacher can be pretty stressful. So we talked with some volunteers, and these were some of the fears that they listed off: having too much pressure, not being confident and comfortable enough, and lack of teaching experience. But you guys are new. This is your first time teaching. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's why we have an exec with you. And honestly, the more you do it, the more confident and comfortable you'll be with it. I think that's the end.
Okay, thank you all
Thank you.
for joining, and definitely reach out to us if you have any questions about teaching.
Bye.
But yeah,
We're here
hope
to
you
help you.
enjoyed.